when you're bodybuilding, when you're in the gym, when you're lifting weights, and when you're like going about developing your physique, you have like, in essence, it's one of the things in life that you can control all the variables. Like I can control my work ethic, I can control how I do something, I can control my intensity, how much dedication, all these variables that I can't control everywhere else in life, I can control in here. The only thing you can't control in here is genetics and maybe like just literally the structure of your body, which is genetics, right? Like if you don't have it in you to hold that kind of muscle, your frame is small and you want to be the size of Ronnie Coleman, it's like, it's not going to happen. But you can be as good as you can be, and you have utter and complete control of that. Aside from like limiting like physical disabilities or whatever, right? But even then, dudes who have no legs or are paralyzed from the waist down, they're in the gym putting in up massive physiques because they understand. Yes, I don't have control of the lower half of my body, but I need to make the upper, what I do have control of, as big as I can, or as strong as I can, and as functional as I can. Whereas like, and that's the thing people don't understand, is like the gym is a space where like, that's why we're here. People like my age and like older than me went to the gym because they wanted to be like the best version of themselves. It wasn't like a narcissistic thing in my eyes anyway, where it is for some people, don't get me wrong, where they want to be like big and like have abs and have girls like them and stuff like, it's like, yeah, that's like a byproduct you would think, but even then when you realize the reality of it, women don't give a fuck. They care more about the size of your wallet than your fucking biceps, to be honest. Like, and like the type of person you are when it comes down to it, right? Like the bicep might get their attention, but if there's nothing behind it, kind of fucked, right? So it's like, that's what troubles me about the gym culture nowadays, is that everyone is looking for like, and it came to my mind when I went to the show on the weekend, everyone's doing these, like, oh, I'm gonna do a show. They discover the gym, or they see that it's trendy or it's cool, or that people are doing it and they're influencers and all this stuff. And they're like, oh, this is a new thing I do now. This is something that makes me interesting. But they don't have any true love for what they're doing, because they wouldn't be here if it didn't get them recognition in some capacity for them being here. Like I've never filmed a workout in my life on my own, ever. And even with you guys, I barely ever film workouts, because it's like, that's my time where I'm doing my own thing. I'm in my own space, like I'm thinking, I'm fucking working out and all stuff. I don't even think people nowadays know what that is. Like they'd have no idea what that is. Like just to go and do something for the love of doing it, or the enjoyment of doing it, or like to push themselves and like feel like they did something. It's just like, no, I want the reward of being able to see myself doing it and then put it up and have everyone tell me I'm great, or everyone encourage me. It's like, if you need encouragement to be here, don't fucking be here. Do you know what I mean? Like you can go for a walk, take up jogging, do something else. Like that's why the gym it's become a playground for like, it's become a playground for the narcissists of the world, where like, yes, bodybuilding and the sport of bodybuilding is inherently narcissistic, because you are obsessed with how you look, because you will be judged for it. You're putting yourself in front of a panel of people being like, how do you think I look compared to this guy? And they're telling you, not that good compared to that guy. You know what I mean? But like you're still as good as you can be, which is something in its own right. And that's what I get back to when it comes to the gym. It's like, this is one of the places on earth where you have complete control, and most people don't have the heart to do it and don't have the dedication to do it, because it's too much for them. Because they know their shortcomings here are solely based on them. They can't blame it on someone else. You can't say, hey man, you told me to do this program, it never grew. Did you train hard? Did you do what you're supposed to do? Did you come consistently? Were you like into it? Did you fucking put effort in? You're like, no, I didn't. I was like half-assing it. I was like on my phone like this for fucking 20 minutes between sets, and then I do the set, and then I'm like, you know what I mean, you're not into it. You're doing it because you feel like it's something that's going to get you attention, which is like, that's been the case, and it has happened, and it's becoming a big thing. But I think honestly, it's dying now. I think we're on like, we've reached the peak of this social influencer, like gym influencer thing, and I think it's slowly just like gonna slowly crash, like in the sense that no one's gonna give a fuck after a while. And the people that will be left will be the original bodybuilding community that's into this stuff, that's like nerdy about things, like we like to follow different stuff that's healthy for us and stuff like that. Like it's not so this science-based thing where like this rep range will elicit this much growth and you should stay between this and this. Like it's like, no, it's just like, we heard about this new supplement, it helps you, like it's an antioxidant or helps with like nitrogen or whatever, retention in the muscle. That's the stuff we're nerds about. But like, we're not nerds about like how we do what we do in here. And the guys that are like nerds about what they do in here, and like fucking Mike Israetel and this whole like fucking science-based community of like absolute scammers and bullshit, they're just monetizing you guys so that they can sell you something. There's not one of those guys that's not selling you something. None. Whether it's a program, whether it's like subscription to something, whether it's whatever the fuck it is, they're all selling you something based on the fucking bullshit knowledge they're providing for you, right? So understand that this whole world has become about monetizing something, right? So, and other people see that, girls, random dudes, and they're like, if that guy can do it, I can do it. I might inspire someone who's like a dork like me to come to the gym, and I'm the one who inspired them to come. It's like,
it's become a trend, right? Like
yeah.
you mentioned this before,
it's like going to the gym has become the new happy hour.
Yeah.
Like back in like the 80s, you'd always like, after work, they'd always go to the bar, like happy hour, like drinks are half price. Now it's like come to the gym. It's like where everybody is. And like, it's just fucking weird. Like you guys don't want to be here. And if a gym's, like if this gym said today, sent out an email to all members, you're not allowed to bring your phone in here. You're not allowed to bring a camera in here. There's no filming. There's no anything in here. Don't even pull your phone out. They'd lose probably 80% of the members. Literally, like overnight. Be like, I don't want to go there anymore. I want to be able to film myself and like get recognition for what I'm doing. And that's their only motivating factor. Like that's sad. Because you should be motivated by the fact that like I have control of this fucking meat sack I'm in, and I can build the muscle and burn the fat and shape it the way I want and do all this stuff, and I can make it great. But I'm only interested because it's how I can get other people to perceive me as being cool or like being a part of something. Where it's like, it's going to come to a violent end soon, guys. I'm telling you. Like AI is just going to take over, and there'll be no need for influencers. Zero. You won't even be able to tell if the AI person is an influencer, whether they're human or not.
Yeah, you can't.
You won't.
Right now, there's that OnlyFans AI creators now, and they look so real that people are paying for that.
Yeah, because people are crazy. And what are you going to do then? If you're not trying to like pass on knowledge or help people, like I'm coming from a place of doing content where I'm trying to help people and protect people from bullshit. Because I know it's bullshit, because I've been in this industry and I know what works and I know what doesn't. I don't know everything, no one does. That's why the good people still learn from each other. But it's like, I'm coming from a place of like of that being my goal. I'm not here to sell you stuff. I sell shirts because I enjoy making merch. If you want to support me by buying a shirt, cool. But like, you know what I mean? Like,
everything else is free, all on YouTube.
Yeah, it's like, I don't give a fucking shit about it. But like, these guys who are selling you programs and telling you that the way that their program is set up, if you have a certain amount of RIR or fucking this or that, these fucking technical terms, and you're calculating percentages, it's all bullshit. They all look like shit. They all look like shit. Mike Israetel looks like shit. I'm sure he's a nice guy and he's very intelligent and he's comes from his science background. He believes in the constructs he's created through a bullshit world of science. But it's like, it's bullshit. And he looks like shit and he's a fucking weirdo. And that's how it is. And we won't talk about the other guy because I'm still dealing with that legally. But like everyone else who falls into that, like I would say cult, almost like, I don't even know, cult is probably the best word, but like cult-like following of this science-based stuff. It's not there's nothing about it that's science-based. Science is just literally making hypotheses and trying to prove them right or wrong based off numbers and values and facts and things in the world and observations that prove or disprove what they're thinking, right? There's no solidity to it. Like, it's all manipulated. You can manipulate science in any way you want, right? So these guys are manipulating it into a construct that works for them that they can package up and sell to you. So now you believe in their dogma of like, this is how you do stuff. But there's still this whole people out there who've done this and lived this, and they can be like, just go to the gym and like do this and you'll be fine. And they're like, that's way too easy. It has to be more complicated than that. Because if it's not complicated, I'm not doing it right. It's like, no, it's that easy. It's just that it comes down to you wanting to be here, you working hard, and you being consistent over like years and years and years, not months. So I don't like start working out last July, and now this July I'm doing a show because I worked out for a year straight and I want to see what my physique looks like. It's like, unless you're genetically a fucking freak, it's not going to go well. And you're going to be disappointed, and then you're not going to want to work out anymore, or you'll get the bug for it. You'll work out and you'll just keep showing up at local shows all the time, never winning.
Well, you see the lineup now, right? Compared to back in the day versus like the people that show up to shows now. You know?
Oh, it's crazy. Everyone who's just thought about working out shows up and they're like, they sell them the whole, it's like register, get with a posing coach, get with a diet coach, buy the suits, buy the this, buy the that, get the spray tan. It's a whole industry, right? That's what it is. It's just, they're just trying to attract more people to it because there's more money coming in, the more people that do it. But like 85% of you have no business being on stage. If you're doing it for you, then you have, and you want to just see how you are and like go through the process, enjoy it. But if you think that it's leading to a career or like a future or like some type of like grand recognition of you, you're fucking dreaming, dude. Like, there was one person at the show on the weekend that I saw, one female, because I only saw the females at the show. There was 1 or 2 females that literally had potential and genetics to like ascend to like a higher level. But like even there, we're not talking like world class. We're just talking they're better, they're at a national level, maybe a pro level-ish, and that's where they'd stay. Because like, you just don't have it. And then there's other girls that I see, and I saw a girl that I used to train like years ago. This was like over 10 years ago. She competed her first show with me, first 2 shows, did bikini, whatever, and all the shit. She's still requalifying now. It's a decade later. She's still on stage at the local shows, trying to qualify for the national shows, going to the national shows, getting spanked, and coming back to the fucking requalifying to go to the national shows. This is a vicious cycle that's been repeating for like probably 10 years. Why the fuck are you doing it? You don't need to do it. You can just be in shape and not compete and just live the lifestyle. Plenty of people do that. Why are you getting on stage all the time? You're fucking delusional. You really think that you're gonna win. And you turn around to the side, you turn around to the back, and you got like, your ass is halfway down your hamstring, and there's no muscle on you, and you're like up on stage wiggling. These girls on stage, like they're like, and half of them are looking off in the distance like, where am I? Like they're like, there was a girl on stage, she was there like just staring off like, and then the other one was just kind of standing like this, and she put her hand on her hip. She's like, it's like, that's not a pose. Even at the side of the stage, this is what you just go. And they look miserable. Like they're not even happy to be there. Why did you do it? Why did you suffer for like 4 months to get on stage and be like, you look like a fucking praying mantis, you know? Oh, it's fucking great. But it's just like it's even more so with the guys who compete. Girls is like one thing, because let's be honest, bikini is like, if you got a good body, a pretty face, and some boobs and ass, you might do pretty well, because it's not much, just like, that's kind of the criteria. Like they want to pretend there's other stuff, but there's not. Like maybe cap delts and like nice hamstrings and stuff, but the guys, it's like, fuck man, I've been working out for years, I'm finally gonna compete, I think I'm ready. It's like, no, you're not. You're not. You can, but you're not ready. Like, you get on stage, right? And they get up there and they hit their shots like sometimes like, oh. And there's like 10 people in the crowd like, yeah. It's like his buddy. You killed it, Jason. Like everyone else is like, Jesus, man. Like, it's just, I find like going to amateur shows like to be the creepiest thing. It like makes me queasy. I don't like it at all. Unless you like go to an amateur show and you see like that one standout person, you're like, okay, that motherfucker or that girl is gonna be like you're a pro for sure. And you're just making your way up. Like everyone else is here just getting participation medals.
I feel like it's more in the States though. You feel like, okay, there's like an underdog kind of coming up, you know? I don't really hear too much from.
No, well, I mean, there was a girl at Fuad show last year, her name is Maya. She is like, never done a show and has pro quality physique and literally got her pro card last year. Like did his show, did the nationals, won, got her pro card. Like unbelievable. You can tell when she walks up there. And same with like, there's a classic guy who did a show, I think, and then he went on stage at the fucking nationals and won right away. Because like you can tell when the person walks out, you're like, that is what it is. Like there's no, oh, maybe if he did this. It's like, no, because they stand out, right? Like immediately. Like even people who don't know what they're looking at are like, whoa, like that girl or guy looks crazy. Like, the fuck is that? Like, you know innately. And it doesn't have to be told you by science. You just know visually, like, that's what I should look like. Or that's what this category is. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? So, it's funny too, because you see the science guys, like, none of them do well. Like, none of them. And then these fucking nerd influencers will go do like a video with a science dude and be like, oh, it's really interesting. You taught me so much. It's like, I'm going to apply it to my training. It's like, no, you're not. I'm not going to do that. and your physique's shit anyway. Like,
the biggest thing is like even like think about your workout. So there's like levels to it, like you mentioned. Like you can still have a good physique and frame, but it's like to the next level. It's like getting those body parts or areas that don't show, you know. So like when you watch those ones or Mr. Olympia or stuff like that, it's like you actually see parts that people don't ever even target. So your workouts are like that. Anytime I've recorded someone, I always hear them say, "Oh fuck, I never felt that before."
yeah, if you've never felt a body part before that you're training, like it's a key indicator that like you're probably not doing things well and you're not developing well. So, and if you're starting to compare yourself to like looking at pro bodybuilder physiques, it's like you have no comprehension of how much muscle those guys have on their frames unless you see them in person. As it looks like something like out of a comic book. Like it's unnatural, the amount of tissue and like muscle they have on their body. Like you can look like a big guy, like I'm 287 pounds, but if I stand next to like a Keon Pearson, for example, she's like 212 pounds on stage, 15 pounds. If I stood next to him right now, I'd look like a dwarf. I'd look like a basketball player, like all lanky and shit, because he's just this like ball of muscle, and he's like probably 5'8", 5'7", 5'6" in there. But he's fucking like, waist is this big, shoulders this big, arms this big. It's like, it's different. There's different levels to what physiques are capable of, right? So just because you're like a guy who works out and you think you're big, or you're like wear 3XL t-shirts and you're a fucking big guy, all my friends call me Big Mike and all this stuff, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't mean you're a good bodybuilder. Like, it's completely different. It's completely different like registers of like talent and like levels. Like, being big does not mean that you're good at bodybuilding. It's like some of the smallest guys, the best Mr. Olympias ever, are little tiny dudes. I mean, like Dorian Yates is like one of the best of all time. He's like maybe 5'10", like not that that's short, but like it's not like this towering individual like a fucking NFL lineman. Yeah. We'd think like is this imposing figure, right? Whereas like, and there's other guys who have like Derek Lunsford. I think Derek's like maybe 5'8". I don't think Nick Walker's much taller than that. These are tiny dudes, right? Samson is the exception, who's Mr. Olympia now. Samson's like my height and like 300 pounds on stage. 300 pounds of muscle. Not like he dieted to 300 pounds. He didn't start there. Like he came from higher than 300 and came down to 300 to be ripped. So imagine how big he is in the off season. His arm's bigger than my fucking two arms together, right? And then it's just these unrealistic expectations, and these promoters are like, I get it, they got to sell tickets, they got to get people to come to their shows and do the shows and put on a good performance for them and shit like that. But it's like, at the end of the day, like, you're just probably not going to make it, most of you. And that's a sad reality, but you can still be awesome. You can still be jacked as fuck. And like, getting on stage is like, it's 5 minutes of your life. You see, you train years and years or months and months, depending on your level of experience, to get on stage and be looked at by the judges for like a total of maybe 5 minutes, not even, probably less. Especially if you're not doing well, you're gonna get looked at once, they're gonna send you to the back, you're gonna stand at the back and watch the other guys pose. And they might call you out at the end just to like see where you place in the bottom, and you're gonna hit like a couple shots. So you did all that work for fucking nothing. Take pictures with your friends, do photo shoots the next day, show people you were jacked at one time in your life. It's like, but you could do that without getting on stage. Do you understand? Like, you could just get in really good shape and do a photo shoot and do all that shit without getting on stage and save your money. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, unless someone's looking at you when you pose and you're thinking about doing a show and they're like, holy shit, like someone that knows what they're looking at, like, holy shit, bro, you're good, bro. Like, you got some stuff to work on, but like, you're fucking doing really well. Until you hear that, don't go on stage. Girls too. Like, this like bikini, this trend of just getting every girl to do a bikini show that ever started working out, just so they can go on stage with their like sparkling bikini and their boyfriends, and then you see them backstage and they're eating like a muffin. They're like, oh my God, it was so good. I haven't had a muffin in so long. It's like, liar. You had a muffin 2 weeks ago, 100%.